Hello everyone, Shindo Bean here with some more Warhammer Combat cards, and it is time for another Balance Pass. This one is starting on the last day of September 2024, so it's basically for the month of October. And it is themed around the Death Company of the Blood Angels, as you can see in the image there. So a number of the Blood Angels cards are getting buffed, as well as some cards getting new art as well. So let's dive right in and take a look at which cards are getting changed and by how much. Starting with the Space Marines, we got the Blood Angels Assault Terminator with shields getting plus 10 health and plus 6 to its melee attack. Then we got the Blood Angels Terminator with Barrage, and it will be getting plus 5 to its ranged attack. And the Blood Angels Hellblaster will be going down 1 point, so it'll be 15 points in the new season. The artwork is wrong there in the blog. That is definitely not a Ball Predator. This tank will be going down 4 points, so it'll be at 55. And then Cawl the Damned, the Blood Angels Death Company Dreadnought with Berserk and Furious Charge. This one is going down 4 points, so it'll be at 56. So a lot of these cards are classic ones that have been around since the beginning of the game. This one is a pretty fun one to use, but I haven't used it in quite some time. It's not a major change, but the point reduction might make it a little bit more playable. And as for the cards that are getting new artwork, you can see Astorath the Grim here. The artwork hasn't changed yet, but the little thumbnail version has. This Death Company Berserker also has new artwork. No longer the helmeted version, but he is so angry that he is coming right out of the card. I think the model's sized a little bit too big here. It's a lot larger than most other images are on these cards. And old Joffrey Lannister has been replaced by this newer model for the Sanguinary Priest. We also have the Sanguinary Guard with Taunt. This one has a brand new model as well, a lot shinier. I did manage to take screenshots of the old cards though, so I do have the artwork in case anyone wants to go back and look at those at some point. Moving on to Eldari. We got the Kabbalite Heavy Gunner with Anti-Infantry. It's just getting plus 10 health. And the legendary Baharath is getting a pretty significant change, plus 10 health, plus 5 ranged, and plus 5 melee. For the Necrons, just one change to Lord of War. The Tesseract Vault is going down 5 points, so it'll be at 84, and it's getting plus 15 to its ranged attack. So at max level, it'll be 173 ranged. Then for Chaos, the Thousand Sons Zangor with Furious Charge is getting plus 5 melee. And then the Lord of Skulls is getting reduced by 10 points, so it'll be down to 105. Moving on to Servants of the Emperor, this is probably the biggest change of this season, and it is to the infamous Supreme Commander Belisarius Cawl, who is finally getting a pretty massive nerf to his special rule, although he is also getting his points reduced by 5, so he'll be down to 85. But for his special rule, currently it does a minimum of 75% of the base attack damage. That is going down to 60%, which is still plenty good on, Sonic Blast and Barrage. It'll still be going through shields and everything. They did mention, I think, that they wanted to sort of alter how the special rule interacts with AoE traits, but they haven't been able to implement that, so for now they're just nerfing the rule. The healing is also getting nerfed. Instead of 10%, it'll just be 5% increase to the health on the start of your turn. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes up the meta. Then for Tyranids, we've got the Epic Hive Tyrant Bodyguard with Inspiring Presence for its primary and Shields as its secondary. This one is going down 3 points, so it'll be at 51. And that is actually all the changes for this season. So just a handful of very minor, mostly point reductions to a number of cards that most of those are probably not really used very much at all. So it's not really going to have that big of a impact. The biggest change again is just to Belisarius Cawl. And we also have a number of cards being added to the general pool. So we got one for Eldari there. Got a bunch of Dark Angels, including Asmodai, and also Murderfang, Space Wolves Wolfen Dreadnought. So those are some pretty fun cards. For Orcs, we got Gargant Smasher. That's a really good card. Nice addition there. For Chaos, the Seeker Chariot of Slanesh. And the Wolf Quad for Tyranids. Other than sort of the cheaper Dark Angels there, a lot of very useful cards actually being added. And, you know, it seems like there's always a lot of Space Marine and Servants of the Emperor themed battle passes. I went back and looked at about like the last year of battle passes, and it, with 12 months in the year and different season each month, it looks like each faction gets 1 battle pass per year, except for Servants of the Emperor and Space Marines, which get about 3 battle passes a year each. So yeah, obviously a lot more representation and reinforcements for those Imperial factions. Would be nice to see some more Xenos, in my opinion, but unfortunately just not quite as popular. But yeah, that's it for this season's Balance Pass. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.